Hi, tell me about yourself.
My name is Asis. So, I have around 9 years of experience in the embedded domain. Currently, I am working with the Halma PLC. Earlier to Halma, I was working with the Veoneer, and earlier to Veoneer, I was working with the Value. Both are automotive company. And currently, I am working with a fire panel project. Basically, currently, I am working in the bare metal and free ATAS based uh, fire panel system. And I'm quite good in C, low-level controllers, and Linux drivers, and some protocols like wireless and wired protocol like SPI to C, what all this stuff. That's all. Yeah, that's all from my side. Hello.
Based on your expertise, what would you consider to be your primary skills relevant to this role?
Uh, Basically, I primary skill require the low-level driver developments for the bare metal system, and mostly I worked in the RTOS, free RTOS, and I worked in the Bluetooth configuration for wireless devices as my system is the fire panel system. So wireless devices I also configured, and I also worked in the Linux based embedded Linux based touchscreen panel. Mostly there I used to configure the touchscreen resistive touchscreen panel. So creating the driver for that and inserting into the kernel module, all these things I worked.
Can you describe your secondary skills and how they complement your primary expertise?
In the secondary skills, basically, I worked in the automotive architecture, microcontroller architectures, and some low-level drivers, basically from the I2C, SPI, UART. So yeah, all are basically complementary. So it's like I have exposure to low-level controllers, MCU architecture, all these stuffs.
Can you tell me about the projects you've worked on, highlighting your role and the key technologies you used?
Yeah, I have worked in the multiple projects. So I started my career with a startup company. There I worked in the various controllers like Arduino, ESP32, Raspberry Pi, BeagleBone, all these stuffs. So there I get chance to work with the low level register level access for the 8051, 8086 controllers, all these stuffs. Then I worked in the automotive company. There I worked in the Infineon controller and the driver developments, application level, unit testing, integration testings, all these things, and the static code analysis using the ASTRI and Polyspace. These things I worked. And then after that, I moved to uh, radar-based project. There I also worked in the automatic parking feature. And currently, I'm working with the Halma PLC. It's basically currently are working in fire panel project. There I worked in the low-level driver development and free actors based system. So along with the Linux embedded Linux based touchscreen panel which I developed.
Impressive background. Let's delve deeper into your experience. It's great to know about your work with various controllers. Can you explain how PCIe protocol is different from other communication protocols commonly used in embedded systems?
PCI protocol basically it's a I have not much worked into that. Like I don't have much hands-on experience into that, but I know the theoretical concept. So PCI basically it's connected to the main CPU with different peripherals. So some memories and some high-speed peripherals we can connect via PCI bus. So basically it's a system bus we can say. Yeah. So that is very fast and it have to connect with various peripheral with controller.
It's okay if you haven't had much hands-on experience with PCIe protocol. Let's dive a bit deeper into the theoretical aspect. Can you explain the difference between PCIe and PCI protocols in terms of speed and efficiency in connecting peripherals to the main CPU?
PCI maybe it's a older version and PCIe maybe the latest version. I'm not sure about that, but I guess for that. I never worked actually, so we can skip this one.
No worries. It's okay to skip if you're unsure. Got it. Let's dive a bit deeper. Can you explain the difference between PCIe 3.0 and PCIe 4.0 in terms of speed and bandwidth improvements?
Yeah, definitely the bandwidth will be high in PCI 4, I guess, but still I'm not sure about that.
No worries. It's okay to skip if you're unsure. Let's dive into PCIe a bit more. Can you explain the concept of the transaction layer packet, TLP, in PCIe protocol?
I don't know.
No worries. It's okay to skip if you're unsure. Can you explain the difference between PCIe General 3 and PCIe Gen 4 in terms of speed and bandwidth? Feel free to use examples to illustrate your points.
Not sure about that.
No worries. It's okay to skip if you're unsure. Can you explain the purpose of PCIe protocol in computer systems and how it differs from other communication protocols like USB?
That I can tell like PCI basically it's a standard high speed communication protocol that we used in the like data transfer in different with the microprocessors. So with different peripherals, it's mainly it's a physical connection with the different peripherals. So for that purpose, we mainly use, and it's like USB. Basically, it's a external devices are connected via USB. USB is a high speed protocol, and but PCI basically it's for internal communication of processor with different peripherals like memory and other peripherals. We mostly use the PCI, and also like sound cards, audio, video, all these things can be connected. Graphics card can be connected via PCI protocol.
Thank you for participating in this interview. It was great learning about your skills and insights. We'll review your responses and get back to you soon. Have a wonderful day.